Hi everybody, welcome. I'm just making a quick video and it's going to be pertaining to why I advocate the Zeitgeist movement. I've been involved now with the Zeitgeist movement for approximately about 3 years. Heard about it through a friend, watched the actual second movie before the first movie, and then just recently watched Zeitgeist Moving Forward, which I found probably to be the best video out of all of them, most informative for sure, and you can tell that the most time and money was actually spent on that as well. So I thank Peter very much, and everyone else involved for all their hard work. I think it's an amazing what we can do. So why I advocate? There's a couple of reasons. One, I've always felt from a very young age that things were not right, almost a matrix feeling in a fashion, that things were probably going to get only worse as well. And when it came to money, I never really understood money as a kid. I didn't have a lot of money. I grew up in a single family or single parent home, sorry, but never really understood the concept of money and what it was actually used for, being that no matter how much money was there, it would never change what the goods are. It would never change how many goods we had. It would never change, really, truthfully, healthcare. I mean, if we didn't have money, people wouldn't just start dying. We'd still save their lives and so on. So I found it very odd that we had this medium of exchange, this note and metal coins and whatnot. It seems so kind of archaic and dated. So I found it very odd. So that was kind of my initial thing, and I always felt like something was not right and kind of waiting for people to come out and feel the same way, I guess, and just kind of like an ant, moving on, moving forward. Went through high school, went through college, and now I work full-time, and it's one of those things where I enjoy my job, so I think it's a little bit different. I would hate to be one of those people that absolutely hates their job, but mainly why I advocate towards the future and put time into the Zeitgeist movement is my family. And I know that's kind of one of those things where you're like, wow, your family shouldn't be more important than anyone else in the world, but I truly feel they are. I have a young daughter and another one on the way, so it's one of those things where it's very important to me to see and have a hand in what actually happens in the future. So that's partially why I advocate. The other part of it is I hate to see anything, anytime, any creature, any being being sold short of what they're capable of. And I see that a lot in kids. I have a lot of nephews and whatnot. And it's really sad to see, when you have someone that's very talented but can't express those talents. And something that kind of struck me as odd was a video by Sir Ken Robinson. And he concentrates on education and education today and how it's changed and how it needs to be changed. And it talks a lot about talent and meaning and just all these different things pertaining to someone's potential, really, rather than putting them in this cookie cutter system and having them go that route. So it's one of those things that just really struck me, especially when I started having kids myself. So I would just like to have a hand in what that future is, and I think that the potential of humanity is far greater than what we're currently illustrating to the world, and possibly other worlds. So it's one of those things where I think it's just sad. I think it's very sad, and that there's a lot of people that are still very much so asleep, and I would like to be a helping hand in trying to wake them up. I think it's sad that we get attacked as well. I mean, when you look at all the ideas that flow through the forum and through the videos and all the hard work that everyone puts in, it's amazing that you still have people fighting against you. It's very funny, actually. People calling you a cultist and all these isms and ists. It's very funny. I find it hilarious, actually. So I thank you in a fashion, and hopefully at some point we'll be fighting for the same team. So thanks very much, guys. Peter, thank you again, and catch you on the flip side.